Hey there, it's me Eden. Welcome to Crossdressing Adventure Stories. Today I'm going to share with you cross-dressing adventure story called Wife Hypnotized Husband to Wear Women's Dresses, Part 8. So, if you're new to the channel, then please consider subscribing and be a part of our inclusive community. Before starting the story, I want to thank Martha for your support. Dear Martha, your generous donation shines as a beacon of kindness, warming hearts, and making a difference. Thank you for your beautiful spirit of giving. Please support my work, support link in the pinned comment. No, not really. I'm not really the one who did it, you know? It was just supposed to be a little joke, just for one day. It's not my fault it got out of hand. We're both victims of circumstance. I guess he's a little bit more of a victim than I am. He wasn't that bad a husband, was he? Asked Mary. No. And now he's not that bad a wife. I'll tell you something, said Edith, if he ever does get cured, one thing you're never going to hear from Carl again is, honey, why are you taking so long to get ready? Oh, but wouldn't that be something if he never got cured, said Mary. What if he has to wear a dress for the rest of his life? Wouldn't that be a scream? Can you imagine if we all got used to seeing Carl dressing like a girl? Can you imagine seeing Carl in a dress and not even thinking twice about it? Not even laughing? Well, I'll tell you one thing. If this becomes permanent, Carl is going to have to start rinsing out his own pantyhose. He really goes through I swear, it is a full-time job keeping that man in fresh pantyhose and lingerie. I've rinsed out so many of his nylons I haven't had time to rinse out any of my own. Is it any wonder this is the first time I've worn a dress in 3 weeks? Tell the truth, Gloria. You're going to change out of that dress and put on some pants before Carl gets home, aren't you? Asked Mary. Yes, she said, and smiled. I knew it. You just can't help rubbing it in, can you? Said Mary, smiling. You shouldn't try to compete with Carl, anyway, said Edith. You could never look as good in a dress as he does. I said that to him, said Gladys. Well, anyway, I'm sure this won't be permanent. That hypnotist is bound to come out of his coma sooner or later. But I'll tell you one thing that's really got me upset about this whole problem. It's been weeks since Carl has touched me. Sexually, I mean. Oh, that's too bad. You know, usually that's a sign that a man is having an affair with another woman. But in this case, said Edith, laughing, I don't think that's very likely. No, said Gloria. I think the only other woman in this story is Carl. I swear, I've dropped half a dozen hints that I want us to make love, and Carl still hasn't touched me. Usually he's like a dog humping my leg. He never gets enough. Well, said Mary, you're the one wearing the pants, now. Usually, I mean. Maybe you have to be the one to make the first move. Oh, how do I do that? Tell him how manly he is? I doubt I could get through that without laughing my head off. How are you two going to make love anyway? Asked Gladys. I thought he couldn't take his dress off. Oh, that shouldn't be too hard to deal with. You never really have to take your clothes off completely if you don't want to. Don't tell me you've never had X in a dress, Gladys? I've seen my share of back seats, she said, and laughed. Well, if it does turn out to be permanent, said Edith, I wonder if Carl might ever start to enjoy wearing a dress. Oh, I'll bet he enjoys it now, said Gloria. He just won't let on. Why do you say that? Have you caught him in front of the mirror, twirling and curtsying? Asked Mary. No. Has he been pointing out pretty dresses in catalogs, and asking if he'd look good in them? Asked Edith. No. Has he been wanting to wear your dresses? Asked Gladys. No. He couldn't get his big toe in one of my dresses. Then why do you think he enjoys dressing like a girl? Gloria took the anniversary photo out of her purse. Carl in his pink lace gown with a flower in his hair, smiling. She showed it to all of them, and they nearly screamed with laughter. This is the face of a man who can't believe how lucky he is that he has an excuse to wear pretty dresses, said Gloria. The women agreed. And they decided it was time to start their game. Friday morning Carl was ready to head out the door in his white linen dress with long sleeves, a bit of lace about the bodice, a fabric-covered belt, and pleated skirt. He grabbed his purse and prepared to open the door when Gloria noticed something. Carl, you've got to change your dress. Why? What are you talking about? You've got a coffee stain on your skirt. She pointed it out to him, nearly hidden by one of the pleats. Oh, come on, no one's going to notice that. Yes, they are. I noticed it. Come on, Carl, take off your dress. No. Let's get going, already. There was half a cup of cold coffee sitting on the counter. She grabbed it and threw it all over the front of Carl's white linen dress. He looked at her in shock. Okay, she said, let's get going. His astonishment was such that he seemed unable to speak for a moment, but finally he said, why the hell did you do that? I figured if a little bit of coffee on your dress is good, a whole lot would be even better. Let's get going. He looked down at himself, the coffee dripping down his dress. He grabbed his pleated skirt and fanned it out and shook it. Some of the coffee dripped onto the floor. It looked like none of the coffee made it onto his high heels or pantyhose. All right, fine, you've got what you want. I'll change my dress, he said, heading into the bedroom.
Aww.
I thought we were going to work. I thought you were in a hurry. Just like a man to change his mind like that. He went into the bedroom and dropped his purse on the floor. She unbuttoned her husband's dress and reached into the closet for his gleaming white satin sheath. He unbuckled the belt, wriggled out of his dress and let it fall to the floor. He stepped out of it and reached for the white satin sheath in Gloria's hands. She held it away from him. What are you doing? Give me my dress, now. Carl, your slip has a little coffee on it. Must have soaked through. Put on another slip. Gloria, give me that dress. She continued to hold it away from him. He didn't have time to argue with her. Praying that he would be fast enough to avoid those horrible stomach pains, he slid the straps off of his shoulders and wriggled out of his slip. He quickly grabbed another white satin slip from the closet. He stepped into his slip, then pulled it up his body and put his arms through the straps. There was a little static electricity making his slip cling to his legs, so he fluffed it out a little, and then smoothed it and tugged it down. Give me my dress, already. But that's... Give me my dress, now, he said, grabbing it out of her hand. He got into his dress and asked Gloria to zip him up. As she did so, she asked him to take a look at himself in the mirror. When he looked, he saw that at least 1.5 inches of his slip was showing. He tugged down his dress, but it wouldn't go any farther. He had put on a slip that was too long. Damn it, he yelled. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! I'm sick of this. I have had it. I can't do this anymore. I just can't do this anymore. It's been almost 3 weeks. I'm going crazy. I swear I'm going crazy. He sat down on the bed. Gloria said, Carl, don't have a breakdown just because your slip is showing. I can't do this anymore. I swear I can't do this anymore. I can't wear any more dresses. Oh, you don't want to wear a dress? Why didn't you say so? Why not put on a suit and tie, then? What were we thinking, having you crossdress every day? Come on, Carl, you know you have to wear women's clothes every day until this is over. Stop whining about it. Every day it's something. Either my slip is showing, or I get a last-minute run in my nylons, or I break a bra strap, or I break a heel, or I can't find my purse, or some other damn thing. I can't do this anymore. Every day, wearing pantyhose, and wearing a bra, and putting on a dress and makeup, and walking around in these stupid high heels and carrying a purse, and everyone laughing at me and making fun of me. I've had it. I can't do it anymore. I can't wear any more dresses. It's been almost 3 weeks. I won't do it. I'm not wearing a dress anymore. No more. Carl, said Gloria, but he ignored her. He went to his little-used chest of drawers and pulled out a pair of jeans. Carl, what are you doing? I'm going to sit on the ground and try to put these on. If I start to yell, pull them off me as quickly as you can. Carl, you know it's going to hurt. Why do you do this to yourself? I've avoided pain for almost a week. Maybe it's worn off. It hasn't worn off. You don't know that. I've got to try. I swear I'm going crazy. He sat down on the ground, bent his legs a little, and proceeded to pull on his jeans over his legs, a little bit at a time, pointing his toes so his heels wouldn't get caught. He could feel the jeans sliding up his legs. He kept telling himself, I'm tough. I'm a Marine. Nothing can break me. I can stand anything. I'm just a normal man like any other, putting on my pants. Nothing unusual about me. No reason it should hurt for me to wear pants. No reason at all. Off. 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 Off, he yelled. Gloria pulled his pants off him. He lay on his back on the floor and waited for the pain to go away. It hurts to breathe. This was always the worst pain, when he tried to wear pants. The pain he felt when he took too long changing from one dress to another was nothing compared to the pain he felt when he tried to wear pants. Finally, he was able to get up. He crawled onto the bed, sat and looked down at his legs and the lace of his slip. Gloria bent over him and said, almost in a whisper, all through? He looked up at her forlornly, and his eyes looked especially forlorn in mascara and eyeshadow. He nodded. No more silly talk about wearing pants? He shook his head. Ready to put on a dress? I'm wearing a dress, he said, in a meek, almost inaudible voice. What? I said, I'm already wearing a dress. I'm always wearing a dress. I mean, ready to change your dress? Ready to put on another dress? He felt well enough to stand up. He got up off the bed and looked at himself in the mirror. No. The hell with it, he said. If my slip is showing, my slip is showing. They couldn't possibly laugh at me any more than they do now. Let's go. You go out the door like that, you'll be driving yourself, she said. No husband of mine is leaving this house with his slip showing. Fine. Get me another dress, already. She looked through the closet and picked out his pink chiffon dress with the long flowing skirt. It was not the same pink chiffon dress he had worn on April Fool's Day, the first dress he wore after he was hypnotized. This dress had a Peter Pan collar, billowy sleeves with elasticized cuffs, a full skirt, and lace accents about the collar, cuffs, and hem, and even an extra row of lace surrounding the skirt. It had a pink satin sash, and it was very sheer. She held it up in front of her husband, close to his body. See? Picking out a dress is not rocket science. Just hold it up next to you and make sure it covers your slip. I can't wear that. You can see right through it. Try it on. She unzipped his white satin sheath and helped him into his pink chiffon dress, and zipped him up, and tied the sash. See, he said, looking in the mirror. You didn't want my slip showing, but now you can see it right through my dress. It's not the same thing. I can't wear this. It's bad enough having to wear a slip without everyone seeing it. I have to wear something else. Oh, for Pete's sake, Carl, how many dresses are you going to try on before we get out the door? Can't you make up your mind? This is the dress you're wearing today, and that's it. Though come to think of it, your pink satin slip would look wonderful with that dress. Maybe you should change your slip. Carl made an exasperated noise, and reached down and grabbed his purse. He headed for the door, and Gloria followed him. That's all for now. See you in the next video, till then take care. Oh yes, please like and subscribe to my channel. And please, support me worth $1 only. Link in the comment and description.